Hey guys, welcome back to the Japanese top level review. We're going to be looking at some Shulks today because, as you might know, I am a Shulk main and I do love seeing more of my character. The best Shulk in the world is Kome and he is from Japan. We're going to be looking at a lot of his VODs. Today he was at a recent offline event and did quite well. I really want to see what goes into his playstyle and why he is so successful. Outside of that, we're going to take a quick look at some other Shulks as well, see if we can find some other techniques that we might not find when we analyze a player such as Kome. Altogether, especially if you're interested in Shulk, it's going to be an amazing episode. Guys, I hope you enjoy today's video. He's playing as the Mega Man. I don't know what his tag is. I think this matchup is very good for Shulk. Yo, Sintro, keep it English, homie. Nice back throw. Ooh. Double A just keeps going. So the trick against Mega Man is that you want to rely on full hops and diagonal approaches. So if you look at like this, how neutral goes right here, the lemons intercept the back air. The lemons, again here, they intercept you and then they lead into a grab. That is because you're playing too horizontally. So horizontally, Mega Man will always win, right? So you need to rely on, for example, platforms, approaching from platforms, and playing a general diagonal game. Oh my goodness, okay. Yep. It's a bus. Oh my goodness, okay. I agree, Sintra, I agree. So, we get the ledge trap. Lemons from ledge are really good because they have early presence as well as late presence. So usually an aerial from ledge either is like, so say that the opponent's on ledge. If they do an aerial early, they're punishable on shield, and if they do an aerial late, they're punishable on interception. But lemons can be you know, both. They can be an early hitbox and a late hitbox. Good on Double A to take the initiative there. Leaf shield, such a good mix. Not the highest of rewards though. That's kind of like the name of the game with Mega Man. You want to generally just throw out shield art whenever you can. Because he doesn't have amazing damage, so you kind of just want to use it on cooldown. You don't need to save it for anything either. Alright, empty hop. Very good pressure by this Mega Man. Utilizing that property, right? Look at Mega Man's jump height. It's almost perfect to pressure platforms. Not quite, but it's close. Punish. Yep, and that's the palace from the ledge again. So this is why, again, you need to play diagonally. So as soon as you make it a horizontal game, Mega Man is gonna outdo you. Down throw. Yep, that's the reset. That is the big damage reset. If you get the down throw and they air dodge away or they tech away or they tech in place, you get the landing there, which leads into huge damage. Yep, just go over the horizontal game. Nice, the up B into the crash bomber. These empty hops by this Mega Man have been kind of nice. However, I don't think Mega Man's empty hops are the greatest because he doesn't really have a tilt to mix up. So as soon as you realize the empty hop is coming, you can kind of just pick a defensive option, right? Like roll or spot dodge and kind of get out of the potential grab. And like, what is he gonna do? Like he could up tilt technically, which is kind of scary, but it's also very risky, right? And not a lot of Mega Man will do like empty jump up tilt, if you get what I'm saying. Unless they're super greedy. In which case, be careful. A little bit lucky on Double A's part here. It's barely going over the lemons. Kome does do that, and I think it's very desperate. Because like if they keep shielding, and the up tilt whiffs, you just literally get a charge smash as a punish. And the thing is, usually if you spot dodge or roll, and you mix it up, the up tilt becomes harder to hit too. And if you spot dodge and roll and mix it up, the worst thing that can happen really is that they do like an empty landing into lemons. And then the lemons can easily be counterplayed in my opinion. Or, well, you can even... Honestly, okay, let's put it this way. I don't think they can easily be counterplayed, but even if you don't counterplay them, they're not... the reward isn't huge. I misspoke. The reward for the lemons isn't huge, and the up tilt can easily be counterplayed. It's like an empty hop up B from Link, yeah. Yeah, just solid play by AA. I think generally Mega Man kind of struggles in this matchup. So this matchup is traditionally... Well, there's actually no traditionally. This matchup is here very weird. Because, like... Who wins? You know, like, I think a lot of people would say that Shulk would win, like, naturally. But I think Banjo has a lot of tools to deal with Shulk. And personally, it feels evenish, maybe a little bit favored for Shulk. So very important aspect of this matchup is how do you play around grenade. Yep, set catch. Nice, I like this. So look at this approach, guys. We go over the grenade, but we don't overreach. We just shield. We know it's safe, but we still have an advantage. Try to mitigate, or try to leverage. So I think the jab is a little bit weird. I definitely feel like that should be like a down tilt, for example, but I like the idea. I like the way he approaches the matchup slowly. Z catches the grenades. Z catching grenades is very important. So something against item characters, right? Like Young Link, Toon Link, Peach, Banjo, even Snake. That catching items turns them into your advantage. So you go from them, literally, they're spending like half a second to even more for some items to give you a new tool in your toolkit if you learn to set catch them. So you need to play this very slow as the Shulk player, which Kome is doing. Look at that. I hate back air, guys. I hate this move. Look at this. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. You hate to see it happen. You hate to see it happen. God, that's nightmare fuel. You hate it. Yep. Lots of Wonder Wings out of the corner by this Banjo, which is interesting in my opinion. Bless Sakurai. Ooh, he was looking for a down air for sure. Back air. Forward air. Oof. Okay, okay. Something you can actually do if he does like a landing grenade like this is you can try to counter it, and if they play aggressively after the grenade, you actually hit them in a lot of situations. It wouldn't be good here, of course, but it's definitely something that if I was Kome, it would have been going through my mind. Very slow matchup this is. I wonder how minus that is. So let's go frame by frame, or 2 frames by 2 frames. So here we get the explosion. And then I think this is where 1, 2. There's no. This is actually looking at Banjo. This looks to be completely safe. Because right here he starts the forward tilt animation. It can be, yeah. So in these situations, it's definitely not ash slashable. You need to actually be right next to him. Yeah, he's making him waste Wonder Wings. I don't actually think that's too big of a deal, personally. But it definitely is a win. Personally, I think the more important kind of takeaway here is that Kome plays it slow so that he knows what to expect. I think that is more important of a victory for Kome than wasting the Wonder Wings. Nice empty land. Gaku, do you know if you can Z catch things when you're on the ground, or is that catching only a thing in the air? I'm not sure myself, actually. I never try to catch things with Z on the ground. Yep. No Wonder Wing, so he has to go low. That was what he was kind of building up to, I guess. I know you can grab with tilt attacks. No, you cannot catch with Z on the ground. I figured. I thought so. Ooh, nice confirm. I think so. These grenades actually they function very similarly to Mega Man's pellets in a lot of ways, and they kind of force you to play a more diagonal game. But then the diagonal game can be easily counterplayed because of how, because of just how many moves Banjo has that can anti-air you, like rising back air, full hop neutral air. He can use the grenade while retreating to kind of mitigate diagonal approaches as well. So that is very important to know, in my opinion. Is that it kind of baits you to play a diagonal game, but he has a lot of answers for that type of game. Nice gentleman by KR. He's better at anti-airing full hops in general, in my opinion. Man. Alright. Back throw, good damage. So that's part of why I hate Buster in this matchup. Is like, that's like 20 damage right there. Characters with good like throw damage are really good against Buster, generally. I like these. So I've been trying to use air dodges in air-to-air situations because I know Shulk doesn't win them. I like the directional air dodge too. I think that is a cool way of going about it. Don't want to stay in jump against Banjo at all. So Banjo is really good at stray hits, and I think stray hits are amazing against Shulk because Shulk in Buster, when he gets stray hit, it's a lot of damage as well as in jump, and when he is in speed, he can be more susceptible to stray hits because of the way he plays the neutral in those situations. But yeah, okay, so we get the high recovery and the Wonder Wing. It got baited out too. I think ideally you would counter here, because you know you're not going to be able to hit him at this point. You have to counter. Maybe directional air dodge? Maybe Monado switch for the invincibility. Oh, that's a misinput and a half. Yeah, that sucks. Good parry. A nice read, but good reaction by Kome. I like the way Kome mixes in empty hops against Banjo to bait out the Wonder Wing. I'm gonna write that down because I think that's very good. I think that's very important against Banjo, actually. Yeah, Banjo's recovery is infinite, so I mean, he was gonna make it back. Yep, and countering the ledge trap. So that's one of the reasons why Banjo can be hard for Shulk, is that we don't have our usual smash ledge trapping, or our usual ledge trapping in general. He's at 116, and he just straight up dies. It's not even close, cross stage. So it's very hard for Shulk to hold on to the ledge trap against Banjo, in my opinion. If Banjo has Wonder Wings, and that's the bad BI. Let's see, I want to see game 2. What's up? Yeah, what's up, Robbie? You're right. Grenade helps as well. Yep. Ooh, that was good damage. That's a big confirm. Surprised Kome wasn't ready to switch out of Buster. Whenever I activate Buster or Smash, my trigger finger is on the B button to switch out. Nice. Yeah, I think Banjo's tilts actually are really good against Shulk because they control the range that Shulk wants to play at himself. Not as well as Shulk, but enough to contest, right? So look at how far forward he goes. He was right here, and he moves all the way till here. And then the forward tilt as well, it doesn't go as high, right? But it controls the mid range, and I think having a good grounded, like a good set of tools on the ground that control or like at least contest the range that Shulk wants to be in does a lot against Shulk. And I think that's, for example, why Ridley does pretty well against Shulk too. Nice jump reads. Set catches. Good. I think it's interesting to see that he set catches the grenade knowing he's going to get hit by the egg. I don't think that's a good trade because a good Banjo will try to convert that egg into more damage because you can, you know, keep the Brigo Blaster and, you know, turn it front hand and kind of go from there. Yep, nice pressure, but a little bit of an overextension, right? You can see that Kome is looking for a way to get out of the corner. Right there on the platform, retreats. It's a little bit too scary. And then a little bit of walling, re-shielding to bait something out, and then when the commitment comes, just jumps over. Very good by Kome. Backslash, yep, that's free. These Wonder Wings are really biting KR in the behind. I think Wonder Wing usage, I used to think the move was pretty straightforward, but I actually think the move is very in-depth. And the way you use it actually defines what the matchup is going to look like, in my opinion. If you have the reads, or if the Shulk is too predictable and you get the Wonder Wings, you win, and if not, then you lose. I think the matchup really is won and lost through Wonder Wing in a lot of ways. Grenade is also important, and I mean the Brigo, like the Eggs, are kind of important, but I think Shulk doesn't really struggle with them a lot. I know I played against iStudying's Banjo, who is like probably the #2 Banjo in Europe after Owl. I'm pretty confident in saying that. And he actually uses a lot more dash attack to break my zone. So that's interesting as well, like rising back air, as well as dash attack to kind of play a more aggressive game where you deny your opponents. I don't have a lot of Banjo experience, Robbie, but I have a decent amount because of iStudying. We played like, I think like 2 sessions of Shulk Banjo, and we played it in tournament once, and he won the first game, I won the second game, and then he switched to Greninja. Okay, goes for the forward air. Oh, that was a good chase. I wouldn't have done a runoff there, personally. I would have done like an on-stage up B, or maybe even a little bit, like a little bit of an earlier up B, but I like it regardless. That was good. Covers the retreating movement. Down throw? Oh, back throw. So against Banjo, for the Shulk mains among us, just when he does down throw for the 50-50, just stay in the ground, accept the up smash, and change the shield. I actually think this set isn't really... Yeah, so there, you stay in the ground and then you go to shield. I think this set isn't the greatest at helping with the Banjo matchup. I think watching True 4 against Owl, the best of 5, actually says a lot more. I think the way this Banjo plays the neutral is a little bit weird. A little bit too many eggs, which are not working against the way Kome is moving. And also using eggs in the wrong situations. Like the eggs are dropping him so much control, and the way Owl uses eggs is a lot more oppressive. Okay, interesting. Let's see. So, I want to watch versus Atelier, and then I'm gonna end the stream afterwards. So let's see how it goes now. Shulk PT. I think Shulk wins this matchup. By the way, I personally think Shulk wins this matchup. I think we wall out Squirtle, we kind of destroy Ivysaur, and we do well against Charizard too. And then the thing is, like, Squirtle relies a lot on, like, rising back air fast fall to wall people out, which is -10, so you can always up B it. That's way too aggressive. You never want to play aggressive against Squirtle. Just camp him. I think it's that bad because all of our momentum Monado's zone break past Razor Leaf, and we outrange her her zoning normals. So generally, and she's not fast enough to really mix up the spacing at which she uses her zoning normals. So generally, Shulk does really well. She also doesn't have a great close range, so she cannot really get into the close range and kind of win from there. Yeah, Squirtle is fine against Shulk. I think it's like evenish. But because because he's so light and we have Smash, they're forced to go off of Squirtle relatively early. Just don't use back air against Squirtle at all. Yep, nice parry. You need to play very patient against Squirtle, actually. I think Kome is playing way too active here. Because you need to camp for your shield and have your shield available at all times. Because even at a high percent, Squirtle gets a follow-up hit. So having the shield Monado ready is very important. Yeah, water gun is good. Rising there to cover the platform. Very important to notice if you want to juggle a Shulk. This rising nair here covers the platform. Ooh, that was really good waiting. The empty jump with the smash. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. That said, I think an air dodge away would have done a lot more for Atelier there. I'm not a big of neutral air dodge against Shulk unless it's for up tilt. You don't want to land in general in this way because Shulk has up tilt, right? So at this point you're already kind of fucked because even if he stays on the ground, he can like cover this entire area of up tilt, and there's not a lot that Ivysaur can do about it. It was good though. So going to Charizard because Atelier is a high roller. Kome the only sick Shulk player? Nah, dude. That's me. Oh, you lost to Atelier last night? Yeah, they play a lot though. They play a lot. What's up, Wizzy? Oh, that was nice. Let's watch that again. Surprising that he gets the KO with Squirtle at these percents. That's not usual. I'm doing well. Did Air Slash beat neutral air dodge there? Yes, it did. Nair into 4. Yep, and this is why you cannot stay Squirtle for a long time, because you get pushed off stage and then you have to go to Ivy. You cannot ledge trap Ivy this time because you have the switch as sort of a mix-up as well, if Pokemon Trainer plays as well. But Ivy actually does very poorly off stage against Shulk because of Jump Monado. So you really want to hold on to Jump Monado against Ivysaur and make the most out of that situation. So this is a very preemptive jump switch. You don't want to go to jump when Ivy is this close. You want to knock Ivy into the magnifying glass, then go to jump, chase after, and then he has almost no options there. Yeah, so if they nair dodge anticipating up tilt, up B is good. I agree. But I think Atelier he fucked up just by drifting that close to Shulk and trying to land. Even though against up tilt you can usually do like a 50-50. Still not a great situation to be in as a when you're a character like Ivysaur. Characters like Palutena can often drift around the up tilt, or Wolf even, but Ivy cannot. That was a really poor. What happened? Rising fair, up B out of shield, guaranteed. Rising back air, up B out of shield if he's shielded, guaranteed. What's up, Supa? Let's make it back. Gets caught out on the startup, that's fair enough, and then misses the switch. What happened with the switch? He just didn't get it. Big swing. Yeah, the falling there was smart. Yeah, Atelier is probably like the best Pokemon trainer right now. Was Kuro set showed? No, unfortunately not. I think what he should have done, Robbie, is just against Ivy, you need to just force shield and force her to deal with the existence of shield. And then when she starts to grab, you can actually like leverage a lot of reward. And that is at like mid-range situations where you're a little bit too close to set up your aerials. And then when you're further out than that, you can simply poke through with back air, and there's very little she can do about that. Because even if she parries, she doesn't really get anything out of it. Man, that would have been a good trump situation. Up the Nair. Nair is very hard for Squirtle to deal with, in my opinion. That would have been a kill. Oh my god, I hate Squirtle. He falls out of a B, I don't know why. So this would have been a kill if he just went for it. He could have even done not done a B here, and done like a forward air right there. Make air slash set weight. Yes, there it is. It would make it so much better on the ledge too. Shulk bad, up votes to the left, down votes to the right. Oh my god, how did he get that? Okay, so Gaku, this is something I've been thinking about, right? So you know how when you footstool someone and you do a B, it depends on what way they're facing, whether you hit the up B or not. But you can actually do, I think it's like a forward up B, and then B reverse it to get it to connect on even more characters. And I think, and I'm not like, I haven't experimented with it yet, but it's a theory. I think if you do it an up B out of shield and then B reverse it too, you actually get a little bit of extra turnaround, which lets you up B out of shield ambiguous shield landings like this, where you don't know if it's in the front or the back, because you get a little bit of forward movement. And I think that's what actually happened here. So if we look at it frame by frame, he does a forward up B, right, and then reverses it, and somehow it still connects. I don't know if that's the truth. It might have just been his hurt box. But it's something I've been thinking about lately. But yeah, good defense by Kome. Ivy was in landing lag for sure. So he was in up air landing lag. Spot dodge? Well, yeah, he's already getting hit here. So this is the only frame we're getting. It might be B reverse. It might be reverse B. In, I don't know if it's rule. I don't know. Okay, that makes sense, Gaku. That actually makes sense. He might have caught him on the rule startup. I hate how many of these games interactions come down to like 1 or 2 frames of rule startup or shit like that. Is horrible. Oh, good weight. Yep. Woo! Oh my god. Zenny, got it. Ooh, that was smart. Anti-land shield. I like that. So why would you empty-land shield against Squirtle, right? So a lot of characters with neutral airs out of shield like Squirtle, they can option select out of shield when you do an empty landing. Because you can do like a landing aerial, and then if you do a landing aerial, they do nair out of shield, and they either punish or they get pressure. Or well, they attempt to get a punish at least. And if you empty land, they do a rising nair, which then beats the empty land grab or empty land down tilt. The only way to counterplay that is empty land shield. So that was very smart by Kome. Great presence of mind. So he just needs one hit, go to smash, exactly, force a switch. No switch. I think I'm 90% sure that Kome was looking for a switch here. See how he's waiting? He was waiting for a switch. And that could have been it actually. Yo, Neff Nizer, thank you for the follow. So look at this, rising back air, it's -10. This was an up out of shield. Going for the drop. Drop is not good against Pokemon Trainer, I don't think. Yep, bad air dodge. Okay. Nice roll. Roll-ins against Ivysaur are really good. Okay, catches the roll. That was bad. So what I think you should do here is go to jump and immediately pressure the offstage. The fact that he stayed in speed is what his mistake was here. He underestimated Atelier's patience, and he thought Atelier would drift forward, which speed would catch. But with jump, you cover both. So I think this is objectively a mistake. That's fair enough, Gaku. I often get Rising Becker into switch on you and it dodges your air slash. I don't actually remember you ever getting that on me, so I don't know. Don't know what to think. Okay. Oh, that was a whiff punish. Down tilt. Ooh, okay. There was the drop again. Oh my god, the turnaround. Ugh. Okay, so if you wanna gimp Charizard, his issue is that he doesn't really have a disjoint, and his up B is relatively slow because it kind of stalls a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to try to hit him right here. So as he goes up, you try to hit him, rather than, you know, hitting him anywhere in this area, you try to hit him exactly on like this diagonal line from above. So if you have a down air, it's really good as well. Or like a back air to get an untechable. Those are good options against Charizard up B. Amazing chase, but not enough. Again, you wanna go jump against Ivy. Oh, nice. Okay. Yep, mostly regrab. Yep, resets. Nice, double resets. Triple reset. A little bit greedy. Nice parry by Atelier. You can see that he has Shulk experience because he parries the landing up air, which is actually, in a lot of ways, a timing mix-up because most of Shulk's aerials don't come out at the last second like that. They're more sweeping and usually safe because they're spaced. Oh, that could have been kill if it wasn't the sweet spot. Kome is not the greatest at covering, in my opinion. Not the greatest at covering. He's been dropping a lot of those against Ken, we saw it as well, and now against Atelier. They do mix up their drift, which is good, you know, like, of course their opponent is doing it well too. But yeah, I like these mix-ups. So Mr. R actually reacts to the animation not coming out and spot dodges, which is really easy to do against Shulk. And you have to go like a layer deeper where you do like an empty landing and then commit to punishing the roll or spot dodge instead of punishing the shield, which is a lot harder to do. It's actually, in my opinion, a Shulk weakness, but it's one that almost no one abuses, so, you know, it's not very prominent. But the fact that his aerials can actually be reacted to when trying to decipher whether he's gonna empty land or not is actually a pretty big deal. Oh, alright, it continues right here. And part of it was not captured actually, so we're gonna have to skip part of the game. Suma Bureau. Oh, slideshow. Ooh, falling out of the back air. I like Atelier's pressure with Squirtle. He combines waiting and aggression very well. I just want to say he should up B out of shield more, but he did right there. Up B out of shield is very good against Shulk. Because Shulk usually relies on safety with range. And then he uses that range to set up like another layer of pressure. But if you have an up B that reaches that far, like Cloud, like Squirtle, like Chrom, you can really put a damper on his pressure. Oh, nice. The read on switch. No combo into grab though. Did he fast fall the down air? Yeah, he did. So again, what I like to do against Charizard is kind of focus on counterplaying his aggression, and really not interact outside of that. So I try to specifically not get hit by him, rather than trying to wall him out. Because if you wall him out, he gets a lot more counterplay through, for example, parries. So what I recommend when you're playing as Charizard, unless you are a projectile zoner, in which case just throw out your projectiles, I would recommend to kind of focus on, okay, don't commit, and try to counterplay him when he goes for the aggression. Unless something like that or, well, if you don't do that, something like that happens. Grab, get the forward throw, nice. Okay, there's it. Oh, yep, nice coverage. Yeah, he fast fall late indeed. Nice. I like the pressure by Kome. A lot of empty hops, a lot of weights, and those are working out very well for him. I've been doing that a lot more myself, and I think that really is, like, it's very important. I won't say it's like the future, because like I just think it's the way a character like Shulk mixes up, who doesn't have very great standard mix-ups. He should have up aired there for sure. Could have been huge damage. Up there. Speed against platforms is horrible, by the way, because people can honestly just full hop off and then they're kind of home free. I think we've seen most of what this set has to offer. It's looking like a dub for Kome. Yeah. So how does it end? Let's watch the end and then end the stream for today. Okay. Not looking great, Kome. Nice reaction by Atelier. It's not easy to dash grab a ledge roll in this game. Finally, I'll be able to do my own. Oh my god, he should have died. Okay, but he dies anyway. Yep, fair enough, 60%. Alright guys, before we end today's stream, once again guys, hope you enjoyed that video. That was my offline Japanese Shulk review. Very interesting things we found, and a lot of things that I want to add to my notes personally, and I hope you guys as well. Let me know in the comments, what did you learn? Did you learn something new about Shulk, or was it mostly stuff that you already knew? I'm sure there was something that you didn't know about before. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you guys next time for the next offline Smash Japanese top level player review. That was way too long of a name, so I have to make a name for the series, but I'll see you then. Guys, take care and stay smart.